Ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here today to remember the F1 career of Nikita Mazepin, who we sadly lost earlier this week. He touched many people, and without him, this channel just wouldn't be as big or as controversial as it is. So let's just take a minute to remember some of his best moments.
Hi guys, my name is Nikita Mazepin. I've signed for Haas today.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He got a bit trigger happy with the throttle and went off and had his own accident.
What the fuck was that, honestly? Seriously?
And obviously a spinning top was not something that he would understand. But we came up with a fork smash door.
Quicker than your teammate in both practice sessions, but almost 4 seconds off today. What was the difference?
What else did it?
Dude, that was going awesome till then, man.
To actually be close to Williams and do a good quality, but just to try too hard.
His astounding career will be remembered. Anyway, hey there guys, I'm Will and welcome to FP1, the channel that's now shitting itself having lost 90% of its comedy material. Mazepin's axing from the Haas Formula One team does however raise the question, who the hell's going to replace him? So make sure you're subscribed and let's look at the options. The first driver we've got to mention is the team's reserve Pietro Fittipaldi. The Brazilian stepped up for Haas for the last 2 races of 2020, after Romain Grosjean went bang in Bahrain, and will be back in the desert filling in for Nikita at the second pre-season test. Now, I've discussed Pietro before, back when I didn't spell check my title cards, so we'll leave a link to that video discussing his junior career in the top right and the description. But in the meantime, let's have a look at those 2 Formula One races in a little more detail. His first outing at the Bahrain Outer Loop saw him finish last of the running order in 17th, 2 spots back on experienced door smasher Kevin Magnussen. He would finish last again at the finale in Abu Dhabi, this time a whole lap down on his teammate. But those admittedly awful stats don't tell the full story here. Let's just remember that Fittipaldi was called up at super late notice, having had minimal running in an F1 car before this. And also that F1 car was a Haas, and therefore an utter pile of dog shit. And also there were signs of growth, out-qualifying Nicholas Latifi in Abu Dhabi and cutting the gap down to his teammate from 7/10 to 3. You could say it was embarrassing for Latifi to be beaten here, but I don't think it's his worst moment in Abu Dhabi anymore. When rumours started circulating that Mad Lad Maz was getting the boot, Haas team principal Gunther Steiner referred to Fittipaldi as their number 1. So in that case, why is there any debate about this vacant race seat? Well, as time goes on, his chances of taking that job full time seem to have cooled off a little bit. This week, after announcing the Brazilian as their driver for testing, Gene Haas was reported as saying they were looking for a more experienced hand when it came to the full-time race seat. Almost as if to say, signing 2 drivers with little experience is a bad idea. Good to see he's finally learned from that one. So if Fittipaldi doesn't get the full-time drive, who can Haas turn to? Well, the other big name floating around is Italian Jesus himself, Antonio Giovinazzi. The Italian was ejected from Alfa Romeo after 3 seasons of subpar performances, and now finds himself in the F1 driver retirement home. Sorry, I mean Formula E. We're early in the season over there, but his results for the Dragon team have been, well, let's just say there's room for improvement. But could a return to Formula One be on the cards with Haas? I mean, it could definitely be a possibility. Gio is still linked with Ferrari, with the team having lost control over an Alfa Romeo seat from this year, could just try something similar over at Haas, in return for some non-Russian money. Antonio was meant to be on standby for the team at any weekends which don't clash with his Formula E commitments, though it's emerged this morning he has an F1 exit clause in his Dragon contract, meaning he's more than on the market if Haas come calling. As much as I like Giovinazzi though, I'm not too sure if this is Haas's best option in terms of raw talent. Enter Nico Hulkenberg. The German lost his full-time race seat at the end of 2019, but filled in for Racing Point on 3 occasions in 2020, with arguably some phenomenal performances. But still no podium. This also wouldn't be the first time he's been linked with Haas, with a potential switch on the cards several times over his career. An all-German lineup of Nico and Mick would be an incredibly strong pairing, and give Schumacher an experienced driver to learn from in his second season of Formula One. Is it wishful thinking? Definitely, but hey, I can dream, right? Now there's only one semi-realistic option left, and that's Haas bringing back one of their old drivers, more specifically Kevin Magnussen. Kevin is a little bit like Nikita Mazepin, except he stirs slightly less drama and has this thing called talent. He already knows the majority of the team, so bringing him back into the fold would be relatively seamless. Plus, I feel he sits in that same boat as Hulkenberg, in drivers who are criminally underrated and deserve another shot at Formula One. He did admittedly cause a bit of chaos in his last stint with the team. However, at this point, Haas Haas and chaos go together like Vladimir Putin and being an all-round cunt. So there you have it, my main candidates for the second Haas seat in 2022. But before I go, let's just throw in some more out of left field candidates quickly. Alpine Junior and reigning F2 champion Oscar Piastri doesn't have the experience Haas wants, but has proven his talent by storming through the junior categories. Plus, look how depressed he was in that Alpine launch. Just get this guy an F1 seat already. Fellow F2 driver Jehan Daruvla was also in the running according to the BBC. And if you're sat there thinking, why? Well, I have no ideas either. It's just a very strange decision if they go that way. Then again, it's Haas, so should we really be surprised at this point? Finally, the team might just look at IndyCar and draft an American driver. Andretti are looking to get into F1, so why not buy out the team and get Colton Herta into the fold? Then again, apparently Gene Haas has told Andretti to go do one, so don't get your hopes up here. So what do you think? Now I've given my thoughts, it's down to you guys in the comments. I'll do my best to join in on the debate down there as well. Now just watch Haas go and sign Daniel Kvyat for 2022. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for more content over the 2022 F1 season. You can also follow me over on Twitter and Twitch, and the links for that are down in the description below. A big thank you as always to all the patrons that help support the channel, and I'll see you very soon with another video. But until then, have a good one.